Hey, I'm Heather. Welcome to my game room.
All right, everybody, here we are. We're in Heather's collection room, game room. What do you call it, a game room or a collection room? I mean, you kind of got like a lot of, it's not just games, right?
Yeah, no, it's a little bit of everything. I also work in this room too throughout the day. I work from home.
Do you find that distracting, with all this cool stuff around you?
No, honestly, I don't. I have a really good, easy separation from gaming and working.
Heather is actually a good friend of mine, and I've wanted to tour her amazing collection for a while, and we're finally making it happen. I'm very excited because she's got a lot of really cool stuff that I think you guys are going to like. You do some art projects called Pixel Parts. You have a little business called Pixel Parts. Tell people about that and where they can find it.
So it's pixel_parts on Instagram, and I know that you've plugged this for me before, so I'm just going to repeat myself. It's broken controllers and handheld consoles. I'm working on doing some regular size consoles as well. So I take the broken ones, I tear them apart, deconstruct them, and put them in a nice little shadow box for your game room and your collection. Just give you a little bit of handmade artwork.
So let's start with this. What are we looking at here?
So we're looking at an 8-foot tall advertisement. This is from Aaron Miller. He's actually a Magic the Gathering illustrator and artist. He had this on display at MagicCon in Philadelphia a couple years ago, and my friend and I, his nickname is Bum, we were on this weird kick to just try to buy the display artwork from different artists, and I picked this one up, and he personally signed it for me down there at the bottom. So in addition to gaming, I like to collect whatever strikes my fancy, and we go to Disney all the time, so I have a lot of Disney Mickey ears here that I've collected.
Very cool. And then you said you got some stuff behind the door, huh?
Actually, yes.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Look at that. Wow.
It's a variety of things, mostly gaming and just random, like this one's literally, holy cow. This is an antique pin that I picked up at an antique store. My first visit to Disney. I'm sure you'll get some B-roll of this, but my favorite movies, my favorite games, places that I've been to, I just try to pick them up wherever I go.
This is the first time, I've filmed a lot of game rooms and a lot of collections. This is the first time I've seen like a display of just tons of awesome pins. I've never seen that before in anyone's game room or collection.
And I'm sure they all have pins. It's difficult to find a way to put them all in display.
Yeah. One of the coolest things in your collection is probably this thing right here, right? So tell me about this.
So this was a pretty expensive piece, and thankfully it got shipped to me in really good condition. These were already, these pieces tend to be broken off or damaged whenever you see them, especially in game stores. This is where I tend to see this piece the most. It's like a prized possession of the game store owner. But yeah, got this off Amazon for a pretty penny. Not Amazon, I apologize, eBay.
eBay, yeah. It's really cool to see something like this because, a lot of these things got destroyed, right? They got destroyed, thrown in a dumpster. You very rarely run across them in one piece like this, especially the ones that are this large.
Yeah.
And with you being a huge Final Fantasy collector, it makes sense that you would have this like grail item in your collection.
This piece here is another one. This is a life-size Buster Sword.
Wow.
Life-size for me. Look at that.
Dang, it's almost as tall as you are.
It's almost 5 feet tall, yeah.
Wow.
I have 2 of these. I have a 3-foot tall one, and this is my 4 and a half foot.
You ever sword fighted with them before?
I pretended to at one of the conventions. I did get a picture with somebody cosplaying as Cloud that day.
Very nice.
Yeah. So this is the original Final Fantasy strategy guide, Nintendo Power.
Graded.
Yes. I have a very crappy copy of it down there on one of my shelves, but somebody approached me at one of the conventions that I had originally met at Too Many Games, and he saw me again at a different convention and just came up to me with this and said, hey, I have this graded copy. Let me know what you think is a good price. But I feel very privileged to have that in my collection.
It's beautiful. Looks like almost mint.
Yes.
Now there is so much going on here. So you want to start at the top and work our way down?
Yeah, sure. All right. So up at the top is majority of my Beetlejuice collecting habits, which a lot of my family has you know, added onto over the years as well.
So I think I'm seeing some vintage items here. Like these look vintage to me, right?
Yes, they are. Yep.
Yeah. And take a look at these vintage Beetlejuice toys. Very, very cool.
And this is another one
Very
from
cool.
the same collection.
Oh, wow, nice. Now, were these like Happy Meal toys or just?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, they were part of, I don't know that they were specifically Happy Meal, but they
Yeah.
were definitely part of the fast food.
Now, we got to talk about your little Jim Carrey shelf here, because there's some cool stuff going on here.
Huge Jim Carrey fan.
Like, look at this guy right here.
Another fast food toy.
Oh, yeah.
There's actually, and you can't see it, I think I have one put away, but this piece right here, this is part of a bird feeder.
Really?
And it came with bird seed.
Wow.
So I have one that's still complete with the bird seed in the package as well. So getting into the Disney side of my love for Hercules and The Emperor's New Groove. Those are just two movies that never stop playing in my household. The adult humor in these is absolutely amazing. And
Really?
I didn't even know about that part of the movies when I was a kid, but as I got older, I continue watching them because of how funny they are. And who doesn't love Pegasus? Who doesn't love Pegasus? He's so cute. This is not an extensive collection, but this is my Switch collection.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of really good games in there.
Yeah, I tend to collect only games that I think I'll really sit down and play because the time that I spend playing is not vast by any means. This is just a mixture of stuff because I still wanted it on display, but I mean, we have a lot of toys here.
Oh, yeah.
Again, fast food toys.
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog, such a good show. Rugrats, you have Reptar here, more Cat Dog, Animaniacs.
This is my childhood right here.
Right? I mean, Rocko's Modern Life. If you're part of our generation, this is all TV shows that was on TV, Nickelodeon and Disney as well. And then Coraline is just, this was not a cheap game, by the way. Not easy to find either.
On the PS2?
On the PS2.
Huh.
Not easy to find, but I absolutely love that movie.
Yeah. Now this shelf is one of my favorites so far. There's a lot of really cool stuff on this shelf. Like one thing that caught my eye earlier when we were talking is this amazing vintage Nintendo collector pin set. Super jealous that you have this in your collection.
My youngest sister Danielle got me this minty, super minty copy of Mario Bros on VHS. It even has the one tear tab on the back.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. The proof of purchase. So coming down here, we've got like this cool Lego typewriter. I've never seen that before.
Yes, so this household is heavy on Legos. If you open closet doors throughout the house, it's not going to have coats or clothing, umbrella. It's going to have unopened boxes of Legos.
Wow.
That is a guarantee.
Wow, that's awesome.
That I have here. This is a very hard to find expensive.
Mystic Quest strategy guide.
Yeah, you don't see this very often.
And that looks like an unofficial strategy guide too.
Yeah,
or not like from the big publishers, you know, like Private Games and stuff.
So go ahead and take a look at that because it's very interesting, the artwork that they had in that one.
So this looks like it was published by Squaresoft themselves, like Squaresoft themselves.
But it's unconventional compared to their other types of strategy guides they came out with.
Oh wow, it's got some crazy art in it, huh?
I love it.
Wow.
It's very different.
I hope you are enjoying today's video. I want to take a quick moment to tell you about a really cool update on the Goodiez app around the awesome Goodiez Pick feature. What is the Goodiez Pick feature? It gives you the ability to buy brand new Switch, PS4, PS5, and more games at wholesale prices, making it much cheaper than buying it from other physical or online retailers. And there is a new feature that makes it even easier to find better deals and save money on shipping, and I'm going to show you that right now.
All right, when you open the Goodiez app, you're going to want to scroll down to Goodiez Pick and then click See All. Once you do that, a really cool new feature, you can click Filter and then click Good Deal under Badge. And what that's going to do is that's going to filter down to all of the games that are being sold for less than market value, which would be less than current price charting prices. There are two games here that I had my eyes on. One of them is Cult of the Lamb. For 28 bucks brand new, it is showing that it is $8 under market value. So I'm going to go ahead and click Buy on that. And now that is in my cart. So I can click View Cart and you can see that it is in my cart. Now let me go back. And the other game that I have had my eyes on is Neon White on the Nintendo Switch, which looks absolutely awesome, and it is 20 bucks, which is about 9 bucks under market value. So I'm going to go ahead and click Buy or Offer at the top,
and now it is in my cart, and I can now check out and purchase both of these games for combined shipping instead of buying them individually before on the app and having to pay shipping for each one. So this is a way where you can get multiple purchases at once with combined shipping on the Goodiez app. So now you can see at the top of the screen that I purchased both Neon White and Cult of the Lamb combined in one order. So if you want to start saving money on brand new games and getting them at wholesale prices and being able to combine shipping, then be sure and download the Goodiez app. It's free to download, free to create an account.
The minute I hear anybody doing collaboration with Final Fantasy or Persona, don't even get me started on Persona, I will pick it up. So this chair was, I kept tossing and turning as to whether or not I wanted to buy it because of the price. And I asked Adam and he's like, live your best life. So I was like, okay, twist my arm and bought it right away. But this chair is beautiful. Let me show you the...
Wow, look at that. Dang, is it comfy?
Oh, it's super comfy,
Yeah.
especially with this pillow. It's like a lumbar support of some kind. I don't know, but when I take it out, I definitely am not as comfortable.
Yeah.
I hate to use the chair, like I was telling Heather earlier. I really hate to use this chair, but what's the point of having a gaming chair if you're not going to use it? I just don't want to see it get ruined at any point. But
Well, it looks like you're taking good care of it. We got to talk about that Beetlejuice sign.
oh, that actually lights up.
Yeah. Where'd you get that at?
Spirit Halloween.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
They legit have the best stuff.
Yeah. And so coming up here, I'm seeing a lot of interesting stuff here.
So this is like a mixture of things. I actually had to remove my personal photos and my work-related photos because I ran out of space in the room. You know, game collection taking precedence here.
Yeah, of course.
But I do watch some anime, so this is just my note here to some of the anime shows that I watch. Persona definitely being a big one because I do collect for that as well. And then that one.
Yeah, tell me about that.
So this is artwork that was created by Sick Cooper. Are you familiar with Sick Cooper?
I am, yeah.
Double Jump Video Games.
Double Jump, yeah.
Yeah, so when I ordered this from them to support their store, they had this slipcover artwork, and then if you take the case out, they had additional artwork that they provided as well.
So they make this cover art?
They did that, yeah.
Yeah, wow. Huh.
Inside here, we actually have a watch. I thought it had a little clip on the front.
Oh, wow.
So I'm pretty sure that's a necklace, like just an inexpensive necklace with a little charm on it, and then it came with the watch here too. But this was a Japanese exclusive.
More Beetlejuice.
More
Well,
Beetlejuice.
and a lot of cool stuff here. You got a original Dr. Neo Cortex Crash figure.
So Crash Bandicoot was one of my first games that I ever played other than Frogger on the PlayStation because I wanted to play Final Fantasy, right? At the age of like 13 or 14. And I didn't have a system, I didn't have a console, anything. And I asked my parents for one for Christmas, and of course I had to share it with my sisters, totally fine, but they didn't buy me Final Fantasy, they bought Frogger and Crash Bandicoot, but fell in love with Crash Bandicoot, 100%.
So, next we've got this little nook of just stuff. I don't even know if we can all fit back there, so I might just let you take it away.
Sure. Earlier in the video, I talked about Enoch, the artist that I bought some pieces from. So when I met him in person, I said, can I commission you to draw a piece of art for me while I'm browsing the convention center floor? And he's like, sure, what do you want? And I said, absolutely, draw me a chocobo. So he did. And a couple hours later, came back and picked it up. So this is one of a kind from him.
Yes, this Game Boy shelf is really cool.
So just some random pieces that I picked up over the years, but the Game Boy that I have on that shelf and the box complete, and that was my childhood copy that a young friend of mine gave me when we were very little. So I've held on to that all these years. And this is actually, there's no batteries in it, but it's an alarm clock.
Yeah, this is an alarm clock. I thought it was a Game Boy for a second. I was like, no, that doesn't look right. So it's an alarm clock. Really cool.
And this was another piece from Ross and Marshall's.
Yeah, the watch is really cool. That is a really cool watch.
Right above that is the start of my Tron collection. Pardon the dust, I didn't get to dust everything. But this is the Tron Legos. And then they did a collaboration with Kingdom Hearts as well. And I do have the Wii controller. And then, of course, you have to have.
Oh yeah, the 2 Roger Rabbit games. I think those are the only 2 Roger Rabbit games, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you were correct in saying that, which is a shame. I mean, it's pretty standard with these, but if you want to go ahead and give it a go.
Here we go. You ready, everybody?
Mr. Meeseeks.
Mr. Meeseeks. That's great.
I love him.
All right, well, shall we get to the main event?
Yes.
The main event of the collection?
My favorite part.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's start with my love for chocobos, shall we? Absolutely adorable little creatures, especially this version of him. He's my favorite. So I didn't even know this, but they came out with a Japanese exclusive Wonder Swan for the chocobo.
Wow, that's incredible.
And I mean, look.
That's beautiful.
And they did release the chocobo racing game on Switch.
PAL exclusive?
Yeah.
Some of your Final Fantasy
My original
PS1?
PlayStation
nice.
games. Those are my childhood games down there
Oh, wow.
too, some of them.
That's cool.
This was an Amazon exclusive when you bought Final Fantasy Rebirth. So we had multiple copies of Rebirth because I wanted to get all the exclusives. This was the skin. So I also had to buy another controller as well so I could put the skin on the controller and display it. A friend of mine did a lot of digital art for me. He made this for me for Christmas the one year. He knew I was obsessed with Cloud. So I not only collect US versions of Final Fantasy, I also collect every single Japanese version as well.
That's hardcore.
And this is another thing. If it came with a slipcover, limited edition steelbook, I have it.
So
or at least I try to find it.
So you're going to get all the variants and stuff?
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them. And I mean, you can see that here with some of the deluxe boxes that I have as well. Did you know that they had VHS?
No, I did not know that. Whoa, no way. Legend of the Crystals Final Fantasy. Based on Final Fantasy. Wow. That looks like a pricey figure right there.
I honestly don't remember.
Yeah.
But I think he is.
Item number 1.
And then there's a little Tonberry in there too.
Nice.
Final Fantasy exclusive Wonder Swans. And these have little images on them that are specific to the game. I know he's not a good person.
That's a man?
It's Sephiroth, bro. This is literally, other than Cloud and the Chocobo, my reason for playing Final Fantasy. Absolutely love this statue too. This piece is literally the reason why I'm with the Retro Beard today. I had ordered this from him and we never stopped talking afterward. It's our little love story.
So that's where it started, huh?
This is where it started, right here, this
How about
custom
that?
piece.
How
And
about
I
that?
absolutely love it. So we have a lot of the disc games here, and again, I do collect Japanese, so this is all PlayStation. This is not for resale. I still can't remember where it came from, but it's PSP. But this little piece, this little ditty, isn't that neat?
Cool. That's super cool. So that's Famicom. Is that the actual game? Or?
Yeah, so this is the actual game in here.
Wow.
But the box, it says amusement convenience on the top of it. So this came from Saturn Steve. He was set up at Game Central Station. And like he had a couple of things set aside. And he was trying to surprise me with some of the pieces that he was going to see if I was interested in, but I saw them ahead of time and I was like, I need that. Where did you get it? And he said he thinks it was just like a crane game. A Japanese crane game or some sort of machine like that, which is why it says amusement convenience on it.
This was catching my eye right here.
Right?
Yeah.
More trading cards.
Trading card game tutorial deck from Square Enix.
Here we have the PSP collectors, the Dissidia collection. This was one of my first big purchases that I did. And it is just absolutely beautiful with all the glitter in there and everything, and then the artwork. And this whole collector set came with, everything's still sealed, came with the games, different variants, the soundtrack, the Ultimania books, everything.
Ooh, that's a PS2 controller?
This is actually 14 online.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, I forgot it
so
was
that's
tied
PC.
into it. Yeah, so this one's the PC collection.
Nice.
All right, and we got more of the collection down here.
Yeah, so some more of the kind of more modern Final Fantasies.
Yeah, so The Xbox One obviously is the more modern part of it, but I didn't have an Xbox growing up, so collecting for Xbox wasn't something that I thought I was going to do until I decided to go for the entire collection. Thankfully, there's not as much out there on Persona as there is Final Fantasy, because it is way more expensive to collect for.
Oh yeah, for
Not
sure.
going to lie. These two being the more costly.
Yeah,
of
those
the
are pretty
collection.
pricey. Those look minty though.
They're in very, very good condition. The first one has some tear in the artwork, but other than that, it's in really good shape. I think this is the cleanest one in my collection.
Oh wow.
That box is like brand new.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Oh, you got the Xenosaga games.
Yes, I have 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
And then we have the Persona 3 Reload Collector's Edition 2 on the PlayStation 5 with the little statue that came with it.
And you got the dot hack games and the Suikoden games.
Yeah. So in here, there's more artwork in the back. Final Fantasy, again, I started running out of wall space. But what I was going to say earlier is I got in deep with collecting every single console because I didn't have them growing up. So I literally started to buy every console, handheld, all of them.
Nice.
So that's what you see here is some of them that I have out on display. Ran out of room, so some of them are sitting in my
And
closet.
that's your childhood Game Boy, right?
This is my childhood Game Boy. Still works.
Heather, your collection is awesome.
Thank you.
I saw a lot of stuff I've never seen before, which is what I love about doing this. And you have the biggest Final Fantasy collection I've ever seen, by far. So thank you so much for giving us a tour of your awesome collection. And if you guys want to commission her for any of her awesome pixel parts art, I'll leave a link to the Instagram page as well as the Retro Beards Instagram page down below. They do fantastic work.